Ninja! Ninja! Ninja!
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America. This is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the walls. The chair is against the walls. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
All right, welcome everybody, or I guess there are some people out there, to our Daily Gun Show. Come be live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, and we talk about guns for an hour. So we're starting a little bit late tonight. I was farting around with getting my phone set up there. And we are on Monday, episode 1016. Pretty much a lot of shows. And let's see, got a couple of things. We can go look at the calendar. It's always fun to do. Monday, so that means stuff going on for the week. Looks like tomorrow would be the anniversary of that 600 Miles movie being released, at least here in Tucson. We've talked about that a couple of times. We got the patent for silencers coming up this week. There's the Western Hunting and Conservation exhibition going on in Salt Lake City, and that'll be going on for like 4 days. Got Elmer Keith passes this week. 1911 is patented this week, and then it's this month patent was also applied for. We thought next week, and then we got Dick Casul being born this week. Maxwell Axskin both dies and is born this month, but his anniversary of his passing is this coming week. And then what is going on there? Oh, it's an advertisement. Commercial started running on my computer over there. And then Garan dies this week as well. So I think we just had Garan born the other day. What happens is I record a month's worth of those calendar events, and then they're all just messed up. So I can't keep them all track anymore. And then I'm already planning on next month. So I'm aware of a lot of calendar events coming up, but keeping track of them is a whole nother thing. So the show helps me keep track of them too. So that's one of the things I'm going to try keeping track of in the shows and going forward here. And lots and lots of stuff being added to that as we work on other projects. There's water all over the floor, so I'm dealing with rain here in Tucson, and my roof's like a sieve, so that means there's water on the floor here. Let's see. So there's some stuff I was posting over on Patreon. I'm going to go look at that stuff. Patreon was on Instagram, and I guess I can screen share that by clicking this button and this button, and there's our Insta. Wait a minute, there's our Instagram. So whatever I'm doing on Instagram right now is killing it, because I am dropping subs like they ain't kidding. Oh, look, I didn't know if you hover over it, it'll tell you the actual numbers of them. That's interesting. That's a new thing. So anyway, I started out at I think I'm peaked at 67. So I'm down about 4,000 subs. And it's because I put too much words in here and I push too much 2A stuff. You're not going to win with 2A on Instagram. But posted this thing. I didn't see there's some comments out here now. Oh, people bitching about who I put in here. So can you make this bigger on here? I guess not. It's weak. I can't make this any bigger. Do this, I guess. Yeah. So I've been working on a project, and I needed to get a bunch of these cartoons I've been making. Characters, I don't know what to call them. Cartoon heads of people. And I needed to get a bunch of them with transparent backgrounds. I had saved them all as JPEGs with white color backgrounds because I didn't care, because I wasn't doing anything with them really. So now that I'm doing something with them, I needed transparent backgrounds, so that means I had to go find them all which is a pain actually, because I've been making them for a couple of years now, and then not really saving them in the same place every time because they were for specific things before. So I've been trying to accumulate them all, find them all, and then find, more importantly, the software that the program or the file, I guess, that I edited them in or that I created them in so that I can save them with a transparent background. There's a couple other ways I can accomplish that, but it's easiest to just find the file that they were made in, just as a challenge to know where they're all at anyway. Because again, these things were made over a long time. So anyway, I found 88 of them whenever I posted this afternoon, and then there's probably another 10 or so. So I wouldn't be surprised. I know I've definitely done more than 100 of them so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if, well, definitely 90, but close to 100 of them, I bet you, are just 2A. People. Boy, I'm yawning all over the place here. I guess it's because I'm talking. So I've spent most of the day working on this project, and I don't even know how far I'm along. I might be, really no idea how far I'm along. I'm definitely in. I'm all in at this point. I've spent too much time to stop working on it. So I'm going to follow it through. It might take another day or so, I guess. I hope it'll only take another day. But I guess it's possible that it'll take 2 days. But anyway, I'm working on a project, and it involves all these little cartoons, these heads and stuff. But again, there's hopefully 2 things will come out of that. I'll be able to have these all in one spot. These are all in one folder now too, and that's a big thing since, like I said, I've been building these things for years. So got them all in one place, working on this project, and posted this. So I've seen a couple of people bitching about who I chose to make a cartoon of. That's the internet for you. So it's always fun to have people tell you about like their opinion of what your effort was. Like, all right. So anyway, so there's a whole bunch of them in here, and then let me get to it. I was also looking around. I don't know how to find it, so I'm not going to bother. But I found in somebody else's post that they've been around longer than me, but they're not online or nothing. They're been in the industry longer than me, and they were posting online about how they're frustrated. What the hell? Instagram page for sale? What does that mean? What? That's interesting. These gun shops. Yeah, exactly. Not even counting the other cartoons and stuff. That's just the 2A ones. I'm just going to flip back over here for a second and show you what I got all flustered about here. So I'm just scrolling along, minding my business. And then boom, for sale. I'm like, what the hell is this all about? And then this gun shop in Illinois, it says they went down to 1 post. I don't know how that happened because I thought they had a bunch of posts. And then over here, so I wonder if they got hacked. I guess that's possible. Looks like the shop is doing okay. The website's still there. But the Instagram only has 1 post. I thought they had more than... I guess if they would have deleted all the followings... I keep putting my foot down in the water. If they would have deleted all the followings... That's interesting. I don't know what the point of that is. Take over somebody's gun shop and then screw their views up or something. That's messed up. Roll call, taking a picture of that Mateba. Oh no, that's a Rhino. All right, well, so between having my foot all wet now because I keep putting it, I'm not used to having water all over the floor. It's like somebody spilled a mop bucket in here. And I forgot because I've been working. Stuck my foot down earlier and I'm like, oh crap, the roof's leaking. I just stuck it down again because I'm not used to it. But yeah, I have a bunch of these cartoons and they're all in one place. Angelina was saying something about, here, let's go look. Angelina was saying something about the thing I posted over there. I guess I can go back to it here. Or maybe I can't. I just noticed I'm logged in with Gear website. So, I don't know. Can I make it just go to gun websites even if I'm logged into the other one? Maybe I'm not logged in. I think this is. Am I even screen sharing? Here we go. Oh no, see, that just takes you to my damn thing. Okay. So this here, Angelina said, oh, you should make this into a poster or whatever. And yeah, it's just an alphabetical order though now. So it's like the dumbest order of all. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it. They chronologically it's all messed up. Like relationship wise, it's all messed up. Like areas of interest or what they're efforting in. You know, there's podcasters in here, there's radio show hosts, there's researchers and lawyers and people like Dick Heller, what do you call him? I guess a defendant or a plaintiff or something. So there's lots and lots of different people in this whole mix. But over on the YouTube, so this is the YouTube, if you haven't seen it before. I know a lot of people probably watch this on gunstreamer.com because they're a gun streamer and they do a lot of streaming videos over there. And then guntube.org, where a lot of us are doing our live stuff on the chamber, But right now I'm using the stupid YouTube. How do I get to... Let me just go over here and open up my thing through a link. So let's say I went over to the gun websites channel, right? And I'll drop that in here for anybody that wants to see what it looks like. If you haven't been there before. It's another channel we have over here. So I'll pause that so I don't have to listen to it. But we got this store link now. And there's a store there. And then you can go to this. And that should take you to a place where you can buy this poster. And I have to get some money because I think it's like $25 or something. How much is it? How do you know how much it costs and stuff? Oh shit, do they got the socks out there? They got Never Enough socks finally. Look at that. I made these with 45 ACP rounds on them. It took them like a month to approve these because they're too bullety. But I snuck them in. I kept telling them they were dildos, and they finally took them. But that's neat. That took them like a month. What is that? Let me know if that's showing up for everybody. But anyway, the one that's the poster here is hopefully cooler. And this is probably another version of what I'll do with all those cartoon heads. Because how do I get this thing to zoom? Is this all it's going to zoom, really? No wonder nobody's buying it. You can't tell what it is. Last day to order. Holy shit. What, are they going to shut me down? Order samples. Oh, this is probably showing me stuff because it's mine. I wonder if you can order this thing. If anybody feels like it, go over there and look and see if you can order and tell me if it's telling you that you only get 1 day to order all this shit. Anyhow, yeah, it's $30. I don't know if it costs you $30 or if that's costing me $30 because it's mine. Does it cost you $30 or does it cost everybody $30? Or is this like my special price? This might be my special price because it's my own store. But anyway, that's a 24, so 2 foot by 3 foot poster. And it's not filled yet. So what it is, there's no way to really zoom in on it good. Is there? Oh, these are different products. So I put it on a beach towel and then on a regular towel and then on a poster. So if I can't get it to zoom good, actually I can just open the fucking picture. What am I doing? I don't own the damn picture because I drew the damn picture. So let me go find it here and I'll just open the real picture. Gotta remember what it is. I think it's this one. No. Oh, I know which one it is. It's this one, I think. Look, it won't even open it. Cannot read this file. It's too big. Yikes. All right. Well, maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. Let's see. Yeah, kind of works. So yeah, that kind of works, right? You can see that. So it starts out with the Second Amendment. I've showed this before, and then it goes to the NFA, and then you got the 68. Now that's not in scale because that's like 170 years, and then it's 30 years, and that's really not in scale. But it doesn't matter because for 170 years, everybody left us the fuck alone. It wasn't until 34 that they started poking at us. And hey, what do you know? That's when all the organizations started to get created. So that's my goal, is to do something like this that helps put everything in perspective. And there's a lot of interrelationships that I have yet to figure out. But, you know, for example, these guys have to do with NRA, but also Firearms Coalition, right? So I'll figure out a better way to graphic this all out and add all the other ones. There's a whole bunch in here. Obviously, when you look at that, you know, there's a lot more in here than what I got on this. So I'm still figuring it all out, but at some point you have to kind of go back and update this to keep it up to date while I'm working on other edges and stuff. So yeah, that'll be this. Are you kidding me? Does it say some shit up here? I hope that shit ain't on the poster. I wonder if that's actually on the image or if that just happened when I was fucking on it right here. If anybody ever buys the poster and it says Liviet Emptor at the top, then they'll know that I fucked up and put a little piece of text up there. But anyway, this will be a hopefully a giant poster that eventually will be educational and informational about where the hell we're all at and who all's involved and who's still kicking and who quit, who didn't quit, who's still going and who didn't, and that kind of thing. What started what, because a lot of this stuff is the evolution. You know, some people are standing on the shoulders of other people in this, and I got to figure out how to add all that to the mix. Do you want to save? Don't save shit. All right, so I guess with that, just kind of updating people. It says it's $29.95, so I guess that's what it costs everybody then. So it's all right. Hold on. Let me switch screen share so I know what the hell page I'm looking at here. All right, so link the store if you could. I don't know if I can link to the store on YouTube. It's just a tab on YouTube. Oh yeah, you can. This should link to the store if it links. Oh yeah, DTP just took it in there. Thank you. So yeah, if it's telling you, so that means I can get it a little cheaper, because usually you can buy your own stuff from your own store cheaper. It must put it in the cart maybe, and then it'll get cheaper. Proceed to checkout. I'm not paying enough $30. I don't have $30 to spend on it right now, but it's not really done. I put it up there just to see how the store works, because that's a new thing on YouTube where you can put stuff in that store. So I'm going to put the 2A stuff over there on YouTube. You know, some of the other stuff, I've got other things on other stores, but I'll put the 2A stuff, I think, on YouTube there. And yeah, I'm working on something now. And once that's finished, it'll get me a lot further on this particular little thing, that tree, but then also a couple other projects that are tree-like, or 2A history tree, 2A his tree. So that's like the most sexist way I could come up with for saying 2A family tree, is to put HIS capitalized in it. I don't think I taped it that way though, because they probably wouldn't have approved it. So I guess we also have the Poco Ghibli socks, which I figure are going to be a big seller. A lot of people are interested in stuff like that. Those cost $20. So yeah, a lot of people are going to buy purple Poco Ghibli socks. Those people are also going to buy a purple Poco Ghibli wife beater shirt. Jazzercising, jogging, rollerblading, all those kind of activities probably could dig a purple Poco Ghibli shirt. It's not even screen sharing. I'm just looking at my cart. All right, so there's a bunch of shit in the cart. If you want to go look at it, go look at it. But it'll be cooler stuff in the future. I'm going to actually come up with some cooler shit here. Let's see. So otherwise, we did the calendar stuff. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to work on the month or the weekly museum things again. Really wanted to get that into gear for last week when it was the anniversary of the passing of J.M. Davis. I think we got his birthday coming up. So that would have been cool to have the museum series going, but it's only 24 hours in a damn day, and I can only drink so many of them Starbucks things. before I go into like a coma. All right, nobody's even saying nothing. So I guess we'll end it. 20-minute show tonight. Nobody showed up. I threw a couple of links out there tonight. Wonder if that thing has an expiration date. I set it up about a month ago. Maybe I didn't pay attention, and maybe you have to put, maybe there's some sort of a date, expiration dates on those things. It's probably just on the price, but I don't know. It's a new thing. It's using Teespring. I don't know. It's on YouTube, so I'm sure people have seen it before because other channels must be using it. All right. Well, like I say, I've got nothing else. I can work back on this project. Get back to work on this project again here. If nobody wants to say nothing. But this is frustrating. I'm gonna have to mute so I can drink here. See, you feel obligated to keep blabbing when you're by yourself. At least I do. Maybe I'll just make a really boring show where I pause more often. But without having anybody on here to chat with. I don't like having to just talk for no reason. It's not my nature. Now, I know. I'm talking about people in the room, though. When there's nobody in here to chat with, I don't just sit around talking. My dog looks at me funny right now because I'm just sitting here talking. There's nobody talking back at me. All right, well, got 10 people out there. Got a potential coming up. I didn't really want to travel this year because I got other things I can do and I'm poor. But one of the original gun websites crew, the guy that went to Florida with us in 2009, his kid's grown up now. That's where we're at, where all everybody's kids are growing up to the point where we're, we started this whole thing and then they all had babies and quit doing it at different levels. And now we've been doing it for so long that their kids are grown up and they're able to come back to doing it. And that's sort of where we're at. One of the dudes who started this whole thing back in 2004 and 5, and then his kid came along and he kind of, quit doing stuff online to let the kid grow up and be with the kid. And now his kid's 17 or 18 or something. And, is that old? No, he's not that old. He's 17. I guess he's 17. But anyway, so he's talking about wanting to get in the band and do some traveling. So problem is, he's not independently wealthy either. So that would mean really kicking in and trying to do some sort of a project a la back in the days of what do they call those things? The documentaries. What years were those anymore? 2015 maybe? 14, 15, maybe it was that December. I don't know if people are interested in anything like that. But anyway, so we're kind of tumbling that idea around how to get on the road and see what we could potentially do with 2 people on the road. I hear poor planning, wedding and honeymoon. So far, wedding is paid for. And so is flight. Oh, okay. I don't know what the I hear poor planning part is. There must be a typo in there maybe. But if you're saying you're paying for a wedding and a honeymoon to Hawaii, I don't know how much that costs. I know people that go to Hawaii, so it's got to be doable. Z comes back from Hawaii once in a while. Why would anybody do a show about 9mm? If somebody does a show about 9mm, that's like them saying that that's when you got to be worried. That's when you want to start making phone calls to their clergy and their end of life doctors. They're probably on end of life care at that point. Oh, I hear what you're saying there. So, I don't know. I'm not getting married, but if I was getting married, I don't think I'd want to do it I'd be too cheap to do it like fancy. I would only be getting married to somebody who'd be down to doing some kind of crazy cheap wedding. And then I'd be down for spending all the money on the airfare and then just going on some kind of crazy adventure when you get there. That'd be fun. Intervention. Oh, for the 9mm. $2,500 wedding. $900 for 7 days in a condo and $1,200 round trip airfare. Huh. Yeah, I have no idea. That doesn't sound that bad to me, but is that expensive? I mean, considering it's Hawaii and it's so you're gonna be able to say you did your honeymoon in Hawaii. Now the problem is you're gonna have stuck me in the fucking mouth. The problem is you're gonna have to then go back to Hawaii all the damn time. Every time it's your wedding anniversary, right? So you're setting yourself up for a lot of Hawaii visits, I would think. Eventually, though, they'll make a tube out there. There's no way they're not going to make a tube out there. They already have tubes for electric, so you just have to expand that, make it a little bit wider. Guns for $4,600. If you had a shit ton of money, yeah, buy crap for $4,600. But I can understand spending the $4,600 for memories. We need to start having. Well, I don't know. I'm going to attempt to do some chats on the lifespan of a gun person or whatever, because there's different kinds of gun people. I know from my experience with it, you get to a saturation point. I got to a saturation point. I know some people are never going to get to a saturation point, or they think they're never going to. I remember being in that position, but you do. I mean, unless you want to acquire something that's very, very big, like, I don't know, like you wanted to collect all the Berettas or all the 1911s or something, you can get all the things in a collection, and then you have to start looking for new things to collect. So I'm guessing there's lots of old people that are sick of collecting things. Still need about $1,500 for things to do and eat. Yeah, that's tough. They don't do loans for vacations and stuff, I'm assuming, because there's no collateral. Is that something that people do I don't think that's something people do for their wedding, though. You don't ask for just pieces of your honeymoon for your wedding. Like, you're supposed to get your wedding off of her parents, aren't you? You should have married a wealthier chick. Shame her parents. Have you tried to shame her parents a lot? Like, come on, our culture, the bride's parents pay for a deluxe wedding and honeymoon. Ugh, no, you don't want to do that. I'm talking like some bank. You don't want to borrow against somebody you know. What was my last gun purchase? I don't even know. No idea. Probably some stupid gun. I don't know. I don't have a shop anymore, so I bet you it would have been, unless I got something off of somebody, which I haven't had any interest in, so I can't imagine. But every once in a while, somebody will give you something, you want. Because I like little stupid broke guns. It's possible somebody gave me a little crappy broke gun that I don't remember. No, it wasn't the LCR. I bought that a million years ago. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I could remember what the last gun I bought was. I don't even remember what year it would have been. It would have been a long, 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 long time ago, though. Whitney Wolverine. What? He's saying a nickel-plated ivory handle Whitney Wolverine. Another 22. That's crazy. That's some old person gun. You can get that gun. Well, of course he's going to let you borrow a bunch of money because then he's got you bent over a barrel. I wouldn't want to be in that position with anybody that like wasn't a friend or something like that, or like a family or somebody. I guess if you don't have close friends or something to borrow that kind of money off of, then if that's all you got, that's all you got. But you know what I'm saying? Having to owe your boss, ugh, every time you call in sick, you're going to get one of them type of things. And no interest is not bad, I guess. Hopefully it's good. And it's not like you're buying gambling vacation or some shit or something worthless. You know, you're not buying a TV with it. Freaking investing in your wedding, so, or I guess investing in your marriage, so nothing wrong with that. Except that, like I say, you're gonna end up going to Hawaii quite a bit. I guess you could attempt doing different things. Like if you knew you were gonna be doomed to go to Hawaii, like you probably can't go every year unless you start getting real rich. But you know you're gonna be going back there probably some kind of cycle, 3-5 years or something. Maybe 3 years would be a good cycle because then you can save for a year, go, leave it alone, save for a year, go, forget about it. You know, and then if you're going to do something like that, so you're going to be going fairly often, then I would think I would go different ways. You know, like one day you'd go in a submarine, and then you'd go in an airplane, and then you go on a cruise. Then you go on a cruise from Alaska, and then you go on a cruise from like Mexico, go all the way to freaking Alaska, or where's that place called? Australia, come back towards Hawaii, straight like that. That might be interesting. Sneak up on it all the time. My boss owns several car lots and used to keep the balls, selling them cars and letting them pay small payments. That's what it's like in gun shops, except nobody holds you by the balls. You're just an idiot. And you see all these guns and you get suckered into the whole, like, I must own guns thing. I mean, I get it. I understand. It's neat to own a shit ton of them. It's even, I don't understand the people that own a bunch of them but don't share. Like, don't take pictures of them and don't do stuff. Like, trust me, I got more guns than a lot of people. I definitely get it. But like when you're saying that about the car place, makes me think of the people I know in gun shops that just keep buying them. They just keep buying them. Like they can't get fed. You know, they can't get their hunger fed. And then they don't do nothing with them. They just let them sit there. Like Yankee, at least, he's fiddling with them all the time. He's playing with them, playing like he's doing reviews and stuff. So he's putting one next to another one to see what's different about it. He buys them and sells them and stuff. I get that. During Christmas, $1,000. Oh man, I never got a $1,000 bonus. I don't think forever. Have I ever got a $1,000 bonus? I worked a long time ago though, but still, I never made enough money to get a $1,000 bonus for shit. I got $1,000 bonuses at AOL, but not in real life jobs. The best patch at Chacho. One of the patches I traded for an AK-47 was worth $200 on eBay. One of the Yodas was worth $220. The baby Yodas. And then, shit, was that worth more? There was this other one I got from some guy who I don't know who he is. I still don't know who he is. I think he gave me his card. I don't know who he is. I didn't meet. I've just met him there. He just had a backpack on with a shit ton of patches on it, and I figured out that if you just walk up to people that look the right way, then you can say, "Hey, what do you got to trade?" And he was real snooty. And then when I pulled up an AK, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll trade." And I got the send the nudes one from that I gave to Russ from that guy, and then that one that's like 2 dogs and a whole bunch of boxes. I forgot who got that one. Some girl shooting guns with dogs. They were all from that guy. Anyway, his Baby Yoda one is worth like, I don't remember. I was looking at him on eBay yesterday. He was either 120 or 240. You like to have one of them Jennings rifles. How much do you want to pay for it? Because I got one you can buy off of me. There's not very many of them, that's for sure. They just don't have much value because nobody wants them. Nobody appreciates them. But I definitely would sell it. I'll be selling it at some point. Yeah, I don't have to have them be functional. Plus, you can't get some guns functional. Like when I was collecting Saturday Night Specials, the Ring of Fires, there's not functional ones of those. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but I would have to not have a complete collection in order to have a functional one, like the laser boa. It's a Sundance 25 ACP. So there must be, I don't know how many Sundance guns there even are made right by where Angelina lives. And I think I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, that's fairly vague. But made in LA. And they, I can't imagine how many guns they made. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it can't be many. They only were in business for a couple of years. And they only made a couple of that model. And then, like, I happen to have a working one. But if you didn't, like, there's no way you could get parts for it. And it would break. It's not a well-made gun or anything. So, you'd have to either not have one. And it's got to be the same with, like, cowboy guns. Double action lightnings and thunders. What's the other one? Lightning, thunders, and something else. They break. Like those springs were, good probably for at the time, but they're not good. So you'd have to settle for a broken one unless you had like ultimate funds. That's pretty cool. Yeah, when you work at a hospital for a female, I would be surprised if she wasn't cool with you taking a holiday for a honeymoon, right? I don't know what that is. CHP, like a California Highway Patrol gun. Then you put that in a cross-draw leather holster. All right, well. Do you know of a cheap holster off the top of your head that would fit a replica C96 pistol? I would try a Sportsman's Guide. I have no idea if they've got one, but that seems like the kind of stuff that if someone's going to do something like that, they might do it. Otherwise, gun show. Or go to a leather place. Look how much should it possibly cost? Should I have a holster made anymore? With all the competition and stuff. $243, like a rifle and a 30-30. Everybody should have a 30-30. If you don't have a 30-30, then you're not paying attention and you're not. Are you really even American? What's better, getting interrogated about the guns you and saying I've never sold a gun, or get enhanced interrogation to say I sold a lot of guns? I don't know. That's like, giving you two questions that neither are good answers. I guess maybe Wanamaker. I don't see a lot of fake stuff at Wanamaker, or like, what's the word? Replica or whatever. I guess maybe there's a little. Doesn't seem like a lot of leather. Wanamaker's an odd show. For as huge as it is, it's definitely a gun show. It's not a typical gun show. Is probably about 50%, no, 40% guns and 40% accessories and 10% other weird shit. Wanamaker's like 70% guns and 30% accessories. And there's like very rare other shit, very little other shit. That's a really weird mix for a show. You can tell that it's in Oklahoma. Like that show probably couldn't happen in some big city because there wouldn't be enough people that cared about guns. They'd want to go there for some other dumbass thing. Handcuff things that fit on your thumbs or spiced beef jerky or something. Spiced beef jerky scented candles. I wonder if they could, if we could, if I could get some kind of a beef slurry and mix that with a wax and stick a wick in there, some kind of a sinew wick, I could hork off of the whole diet beef zero fat and sell some beef candles. They smell like roast beef or whatever, or they smell like ribs, or they smell like pork butt. I should do a thing where I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do a thing. What do you call it? What do they call that? I'm going to do a segment where you go to Sportsman's. We're going to shop at Sportsman's Guide. I need Sportsman's Guide? Yeah, I'm at Sportsman's Guide. So we'll go in here and we'll go to military surplus because I don't give a shit about pretty much anything else on here. And then we'll go to, they still have a closeouts thing? Closeouts. Under military surplus, is there a closeouts? No. So then clearance. And then sort by lowest price first, because I don't care about the expensive shit. Surplus safety belts for $3. You can make a belt today. You couldn't make a belt. Those are like those hard plastic kinds. Dutch hat though for $3. You might take a look at that. Steak for $3. You gotta be an idiot if you're buying that steak for $3. Somebody gotta smack you at that steak. These things too expensive. That too expensive. This thing here, $3. No. It's kind of interesting. I want some $2 stuff. Where's all the $2 stuff? I want like a bunch of $2 stuff and a bunch of $1 stuff, and I don't even care if like it's $1, but you got to buy 5 of them because it's sold $1. This stuff is all $5 stuff. Insect repellent holders. Oh, okay. I guess that means to hold insect repellent. That seems interesting. $6. Reflective belts. Dress gloves. Midnight was talking the other night about how he needed a set of white dress gloves. So maybe he could go with that. $6 and you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to poop. I don't know. That seems like a pretty good deal. Nice cast iron poop bucket. Slip that thing in, do your pooping, put a lid on it, leave it there next to the bed. So much better than getting up and going to the bathroom. Some kind of screwdriver with a coat hook on it. So if you get bored in the middle of the screwdriver and you can hang your coat on there. Oh snap, look at all that thread. Let's see what that thread's all about. You know, it was just the other day that I was looking for C-cell batteries. That was, it was just like 1986. I think is the last time I bought C-cell batteries, but now I know where to get them. I have one of these, so I already own it. Crockett coontail caps. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. I also have one of these, but we'll look at it because I might want another one. Oh, there's some D cells. Yeah, D cells. Those are even better than C cells. She sells D-cells by the she store. She buys a sportsman's bag. Makes a good profit off of it, probably. Here's a 9mm magazine. Oh, no, that's Airsoft. Excuse me. Some kind of weird shit. Oh, I was thinking about buying crampons. Use some like ninja spikes. See, $6. That's more like a $3 item to me. German hat, $1,000. Says that that's only in size small if it's in the clearance section. Little tiny ass heads. Sniper veil, $8. See, back in my day, that would cost $1. That would be the $1 stuff. All right, this is already too much money of the stuff. Is that holster you're looking for? $8. Did you say you wanted it to be like a weird, obnoxious, extra piece, drop leg German thing? They're like, okay, what do we need? Piece of leather to go around the gun. Gotcha. What else do we need? Little flap so it doesn't fall out. Okay. And then a snap. Okay. And then what else? Oh, let's put it on a drop down because if we have a jacket on. Okay. And then let's make the drop down quick release. So the snap. Oh, no problem. Oh, and then let's put another strap around here in case it gets snagged while somebody's wrestling with you. Oh, no problem. Let's do that. I don't feel like that's enough. Put another strap on the outside with 2 snaps. Okay. So now the gun weighs like 16 ounces and all this leather weighs like 42 ounces. So altogether, you're wearing like 4 pounds worth of metal and leather. And that's the story of Germany. That's why they lost the wars. Runs small, runs big. Oh man, amazing. A European item of clothing runs small. They have it in extra large. So that means small in our country though. That's why it's $8 instead of $3 because it's in an actual size. I still bet you that extra large will barely fit a child over here. Those people are like miniatures. They're like lawn humans. They like are the kind of miniature people you put on your lawn at Christmas. That's Europeans. $7. That's not that bad, but I don't feel like you could climb with these. You might be able to navigate on European ice with these. And I'm afraid what would happen if you had all this white strappy shit going on and you walk into a regular place of business, and people are like, we don't want your kind of. And your boots will be like chink, 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 chink. I don't think I can wear those around. Oh, this is a small version of what I got. $6. Come on. It's for like 2 little flappy things and some straps. I think that should be a $3 item at the most. And I want another view of this. I would need a lot more views of that if I'm buying it. $6. And it doesn't run small or big. How many people had one of these hats growing up? I had one of these and one of these. And this is what this looks like when it's down. But I had one like this and one like this. This one for playing World War II, Black Sheep or whatever. And this one for going outside and going hunting and stuff. How much thread is on here? Surplus white. Tell you shit about it. Made in the USA. Doesn't tell you shit about this thread. $6. I paid less than that for German thread. $6. Don't even know what size it is. One of them small ass hats from Dutch. That's what it looks like if you had to wear a hat in Dutch. They don't even let you have a size. They're like, what do you mean your head's bigger? You weren't allowed to get a bigger head. We only make hats in this size. Comrade, make your head smaller. They put your head in a head vise and they clamp it every night until it shrinks into the size of the hat that they make. This is what you do if you live in Italy, or if you go to the military in Italy. This is what you gotta wear. Nice. That was one of the neat things about Sportsman's is getting all the weird countries surplus stuff. But see, back in the day, I mean, maybe if you found it immediately when it came out in the catalog, you might be able to get something in a regular size. But often they never even had it in a regular size. So where are these storage containers I've been hearing so much about? Boom. Are these things still buy one, get one? On sale was $89. So it's no big deal. It's just an aluminum, basically garbage can, 55-gallon drum, 58-gallon drum. But what's neat about it is that they were for some missile, or parts for this missile. I thought they were something like $27, buy one, get one free whenever they first came out. It was a massive deal. $188. Whoa. Wow, they don't have very many of them. That's a small box for $17. But you're not paying for the box, you're paying for what it was from, so it's pretty neat. I have one of these. If anybody's interested in buying one of these Stinger missiles, I don't know what the hell they were. Some kind of a missile container. All right, well, that's a new segment called we're gonna go over a Sportsman's Guide and act like we're buying stuff, but then we really didn't buy nothing. It's like we went into the store and looked around and asked their employees a bunch of questions, and then we're like, okay, well, gotta go, and then just left. Not even saying that. Well, you don't need to haggle over the price, but let's say the coffee's old and they're about to dump it anyway. Do you really need to pay for it at that point? What if I just waited around by the sink? And then if she's not even going to walk over to the sink because she's going to just leave it with me, that's not, I'm just helping her out. As a kid, I don't know about a kid, but I guess if you call being in college a kid, then yeah, those catalogs are pretty cool. Oops, this one. This is the one I meant to click on. Let's see. Who all saw the candle made by Gwyneth Paltrow? What's all that about? Kangaroo tail jerky. That's messed up. I sit a lot at work and drive a lot and carry a lot. So, oh, for a cross dry, I see what you're saying. Huh. C96 BB gun. I did not know that they made a C96 BB gun. You would think that that would barely be in stock because you would think that people would be making Han Solo's guns out of it constantly. She made a candle that smells like her JJ. Holy moly. Like when it burns or just in general? Like you put it in the room and then the room smells like that. It's obnoxious, I would think. Like, you know what people want? Like, you think a lot of people were requesting something like that? Or she just decided that's what the world needed? I don't even want to know the answer to that one. All right, well, I learned from that. Then you say, on that note, and I'm yawning, I'm going to go back to working on my other project. So thanks to the people who are on Patreon who make it possible for me to spend a couple of days like this, nose into the books or into the keyboard, so to speak. Um, I got sick of waiting around for a good opportunity, and I'm enjoying what this new computer can do. Worked on a couple of different projects similar to this in the past, and this one, or this computer, is allowing me to do with much less waiting and much less frustration. I've had a couple of glitches. I'm finding the limitations of this computer, but they're insane compared to the limitations of the old one. So anyway, thanks to the Patreons out there. Thank you very much for being able to do stuff like this. It is probably not going to pay off, I don't think, but it's scratching an itch. Ugh, not anything what you guys are talking about, but a creative, not creative even, just sort of frustration, something that's been lacking. And hopefully I'll do at least some sort of an effort at it. That'll get people motivated who are better at doing what I'm talking, what I'm thinking about. And hopefully that'll accomplish something in the big picture. So stay tuned for more as we're able to devote more time to stuff. And hopefully people will start jumping into the show more often once we get back on a more regular, we're back on a pretty regular basis, maybe not time-wise, but I've been doing them every day. But we'll see if anybody starts jumping in. Thanks everybody for showing up, and we'll see you. Be back to pick you up later.